And so at 26, you went to Samoa for the first time. How was that?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I encountered a spiritual connection, exactly what your families talk about, why they talk about the long return home, all the stories you were told, all of the connection to our whanua. And at the time when I was 26, I remember describing it as almost finding your tūranga waiwai, like where you stand, where you belong. So I was really blessed to have that connection, and is why hubby and I kind of went back and got married in Samoa, and we celebrate our 10-year anniversary this year.
Congratulations.
So, we wish we could be celebrating it in Samoa, but yeah, we'll have to do that another time with lockdown.
And so did you grow up speaking Samoan?
No, I didn't. Like many, we were raised to understand it. We were not expected to speak it. So that alone has been something that I've had to unpack and work towards becoming a more fluent speaker within our gagana. So yeah.
I think that's something that is a really big issue for a lot of Samoans in New Zealand, a lot of Pasifika who are being raised in New Zealand, and even just having, I guess, the understanding of it is considered to be on the spectrum of bilingualism, but getting to the stage where you can use Samoan and English or your heritage language and English to the same degree, that is actually a totally different thing altogether, which requires education in both of the languages.
Absolutely.
So I think we probably, you know, in terms of my own journey as well, like have to be a bit more understanding and forgiving of myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Like my own journey, not being able to speak it, like many thrown in the deep end, expected to speak it because, like we just said before, our parents have come from these environments where it's immersive. So they didn't need to teach. They weren't taught back home. They were actually, the emphasis was not to speak Samoan in English settings. So English was actually emphasised. For myself, going from not speaking the language, having negative experiences, and having people kind of call you plastic, not being Samoan enough, being afraid, and really denting your kind of confidence in who you are culturally, took a toll, really. And I personally ran away from the culture. I was literally scared of the real Samoans who knew the language, who knew the culture, who knew things that I just didn't. And it wasn't until we joined the Samoa Methodist Church, our local Samoa Methodist Church, when I was about, 12, 13, that I was actually in a real immersive environment for the first time, and where I was expected to do things, perform things for Samoa each week. So it was practiced, it was rehearsed. I had an amazing team of church sisters who supported me through everything and who gave me really the stepping stones and education that I needed to develop my own cultural confidence, as well as the understanding of things I just had no idea about. But so it was from there that I literally jumped off, really, and I built my confidence up, and then it was up to me to kind of develop the cultural knowledge. I would go to my parents and they would help to fill in gaps, but our parents aren't always great teachers. They mean well, and the intention is there, but just like everyone's not going to be a great teacher, especially if you've never done it before. So I sought out family members who were quite strong and supportive and were natural teachers. I had auntie and uncles I had questions for, and that I had discussions with, who helped me. I had my church sisters. I had friends who were also fluent, who also helped me. So it was that led me to this journey back home, where I had this connection. And then it kind of all accumulated or fast-tracked when I had my own children. So when you have your own children, it's another layer or another level. Because now I'm in charge of passing our gagana and our anganu'uwha Samoa on to our children, because I want them to be proud and know who they are, and not necessarily have to deal with the identity challenges or issues that I did, as every parent does. So it was through becoming a mother, really, that I put the foot on the gas, and it was time to be integrating it into everyday life. It was me modelling our gagana for them, and showing how beautiful our culture is, as well as it being an asset. And that it can be an asset, especially in a non-immersive environment.
Yeah. I mean, I think you've touched on a number of really important points there, just like how important the environment is, and that you have the right support around you. And then you've got a lot of really amazing insights from your own experience that you can pass on both to your students and to your children.